quotes. Great, thank you very much. So once again, thank you very much for this wonderful invitation. I'm really happy to be part of this event. And today I'm going to talk about cross-cultural communication. Cross-cultural communication. The reasonable person adapts himself to the world, while the unreasonable one persists in trying to adapt the world to himself. Do we all agree with this quotation? Sorry, I'm just a little bit interactive kind of presenting. Well, does everyone agree with this wonderful quotation? Anyway, so everyone is quiet. Okay, so what is culture? Let's begin with the define of the culture. Okay, culture is the lens through which you view the world. This is really important. It is the central to what you see, how you make the sense of what you see, how you express yourself. In other words, culture is the art evaluated to the set of beliefs, as the Tom Wolfe quote. Okay, there are 4 fundamental patterns of cultural difference. So what is the difference? 1, communication styles. Our communication styles are really important. Attitudes towards conflicts. Decision-making styles. Approaches to knowing. And here, as we see from the picture, the visible culture of the difference and the invisible culture of the roots. Okay, what is the hidden below the surface? Our beliefs. This is really important. Values. Our expectations and our attitudes, all related our cultural differences. So, codes used in the communication. As we can see, the verbal communication is the words or our voice. Non-verbal communications, our gestures, postures, facial expressions, eye contact, which is really important. I will mention it later on. And vocal characteristics, personal appearance, and touch. So let's look at what is the cross-cultural communication. Cross-cultural communication is the field of study, looks at how people from different cultural backgrounds communicate in similar and different ways among themselves, and how they endeavor to communicate across the cultures. So this is the really important topic today. So why cross-cultural communication is important? Because of this globalization. Cross the border movements of people, goods, and data brings more and more cultures into contact with one another and increase the potential of cross-cultural communication. Oops. And this is really important in terms of our business opportunities, job opportunities, improves the communication of employees in the diverse of workforce, sharing of views and ideas, talent of improvisations, and understanding of diverse markets. This is the importance of the culture communication. Okay. The difference in culture may create the next problems. What are these? People tend to view their cultural practice right, while other is wrong or peculiar. This is called anthropocentrism. I will mention it later on. People in different countries have different ways to interpret events. They have different habits, values, and the ways of relating to one another when they come across problems pop up. Gestures and body movements, beliefs and practice related to human relations are the two main factors of impacts communication. Okay. Skills to overcome differences in cultures. Respecting differences and working together. Building trust across cultural boundaries. Understanding body language and connecting with people. Okay, so purpose of cross-cultural communication in business. The first purpose is to create cultural synergy between people from different cultures within a business. To avoid problems stemming solely from misinterpretation when coming across people from different culture and society in large expanding business globally. And the next one is communication across cultures effectively improve your productivity and efficiency. Okay, blocks to cultural communication. As I mentioned before, the first one is ethnocentrism, which is the inability to accept another's culture's world view. My way is the best way, which is the most dangerous thing. The second one, discrimination. Differential treatment of an individual due to minority status, actual and perceived. Example, we just aren't equipped to serve people like that. And the third one, stereotyping. Generalizing about the person while ignoring presence of individual differences. For example, she's like that because she's Asian. All Asians are nonverbal. These are the blocks of the cultural communications. Let's continue. Cultural blindness. Differences are ignored and one produced as true difference did not exist. Example, there is no need to worry about a personal culture. Cultural impositions. Beliefs that everyone should conform to the minority. For example, we know what's best for you. If you don't like, you can go elsewhere. Number 6, the tone difference. The formal tone change becomes embarrassing and off-putting in some cultures. Another example. You are judging or making assumptions about the foods of other countries based on your own norms, values, or beliefs. Like thinking dried squid is smelly, or people shouldn't eat insects are the example of ethnocentrism in societies where people may not eat dried squid or insects. Okay, what are the skills to overcome these differences? We have these differences. So what is our skills to overcome these differences? The first one, understanding the body language. This is really, really important. In the United States of America, Americans tend to refrain from greetings that involves hugging and other close physical contact. When sitting, US citizens often look they relax. They may sometimes sit with ankle of the one leg of their knee. In Arab countries, the left hand considers ankling in the Arab countries. When sitting, keep both feet on the ground. And the thumbs up signs is often seen throughout the Arab world. In the South Korea, both are used in expression, appreciation, making apologize and request, as well as for greetings and farewells. When the Japanese want to give impressions that they are deep true, they will sometimes fold their arms. Okay, now here is some important things. The physical differences of cultural difference. Okay sign, which is this. Bow on meeting, pointing out, oops. Eye contact, handshakes, greetings. As you can see from the pictures, they try to greeting each other, and one of them are shaking their hands, and the other one is trying to bowing, and they say, "Why is she trying to shake my hand?" And the other lady says that, "Why she's bowing?" This is really, really important if you know the cultural differences. Okay, the next one is this. It's an okay sign. The physical behavior different by the culture, and difference can affect the culture. As you can see from the USA, it means if you're okay. In Russia, means 0. In Latin America is an insult, and in Japan means money. Okay, the case in point. Another thing, the important thing is eye contact. In some cultures, looking people in the eyes is assumed to indicate honesty and straightforwardness. In others, it is seen as challenging and rude. Okay, let's give some tips for cultural communication. Slow down. Okay. Separate questions, avoid negative questions, take turns, write it down, be supportive. This is really, really important. Check the meanings before your attitude, avoid slangs. Don't use the words that others cannot be understand. Watch the humor and maintain etiquette. Okay, this was the very short presentation from me. Thanks for your attention. Do you have any questions? I'm really happy. Oops.